Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities YouTube channel. And for those of you who are new, we do go through psychological, emotional, and spiritual topics as well as coaching topics on a regular basis. We do that almost every day. Got over 450 audios available for you to choose from on a variety of topics. If you're dealing with a lot of stress, especially due to COVID and all of the changes that have happened to us over the last year, certainly love to be of service to you. Please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that through Twitter at PO Perception or in the About Me section of this page. There is my website. You can go there and get more information. Today we're going to talk about stressors for students and kind of the challenges that come with maybe having panic disorder or panic related challenges as a student. So, wondering if you're in the right place at the right time, but also wondering if you're in the right place with the classes you're taking. People with anxiety second guess any decision that they make, or can second guess any decision that they make, including but not limited to their educational pathway. And so, if you've had a difficult test or you've had a process of kind of that, do I belong in this career? Do I belong in this vocation? Maybe you get a difficult professor that's making you wonder, can I make it through the course load? All of that stuff. Being in the right vocational pathway is something that these individuals worry about a great deal. The next, like it, is they want to avoid being seen in the classroom. So whether it's being called on or being singled out to give an opinion or being singled out to give a factual answer, the idea of being seen, period, can become overwhelming for a person with a panic disorder or social anxiety in an educational environment. There's the needing to think quick on one's feet. There's the need to have the answer and have studied the material appropriately enough. There's vocal tone and vocal stress point. There's saying the wrong thing. There's garbling of words. There's a whole bunch of reasons why being seen and singled out is something that people don't want to deal with. And part of that is in our next process here, the number of people that are in the educational process, meaning in the classroom or lecture hall itself. Now, people that generally have panic disorders and emotional challenges related to crowds are going to find that a classroom setting with anywhere from 30 to 50 to several hundred people in a larger lecture hall is too much. They're worried about if they're being looked at, singled out. They're worried about if they're being seen as weak or if they're going to be approached or what they need to say or what they need to do. All of that is a lot of stress. The ability to focus during a lecture, be it on the words being spoken or following the information that's disseminated, can be extremely difficult for people that have any sort of panic disorder. A lot of that has to do with the fear of missing something. So sometimes it can be helpful to take notes and ultimately, kind of be physically engaged while going through the classroom process. It's not so much that the notes have to be exemplary, but when we physically do something in response to a situation, we make life easier for ourselves because the more sensory engagement we have with when learning new information, the easier it is to retain. The next thing is time management, being in the right place at the right time, finding ways to get assignments completed, finding time to study, finding time to work and do the other things we need to do and be social all at the same time can be an amalgamation of several things that we don't necessarily want to deal with for a number of reasons, usually not limited to the stress associated with the process in general of trying to find time to get everything done in a fashion that works, which leads us to be forgetful, whether it's forgetting a notebook, forgetting something to write with, forgetting other classroom supplies, including a book or a syllabus. Being forgetful is something that people that struggle with anxiety are worried about doing. They may check their dorm room or living quarters several times before choosing to leave for the day, and it almost can become like an OCD, obsessive compulsive compulsion, to make sure that everything that is needed is had. The next and nearly last thing is wanting to work by oneself, be it on projects, be it on studying for tests. The more a person is influenced by other people, it can influence focus in a negative way for people that have social disorders, panic disorders, anxiety, and all of that. The idea that one's grades are in their own hands is hard enough, but if one has fear that the grading process will be influenced by others unjustifiably, that can make things even worse. So hopefully this has been helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.